long as we get out before 8, everything's good. What can possibly go wrong?
All right, you guys ready? Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Mount up. Got Dieppe to Paris, 117 miles. We can do it. Gas by positive energy, guys. Getting out of Dieppe was real easy. Rode on this 20-mile bike path through the woods. We all stayed pretty close, good pace line. And then just on some long country roads, ran into a lot of cool little towns, stopped for lunch.
To there, we just rode like 3 hours or about that. And it is just like 1/3 trip for a day. And really nice and smooth street and just keeping the pace. So I thought it's kind of like easy.
It feels like I ain't done anything.
No.
It's good.
As soon as we eat, we'll be recharged.
But to there was no hill. It was just flat. It was so easy for me to get there. But the trail is the end up there, so.
Towards Gournay, which is that right there. Right? Gournay, bro. I try and set a good pace, and then eventually Hal or Ted will go past me and set a tough pace.
About like 25 miles an hour, just keeping the pace.
Just riding with my friends through cornfields. That's crazy. You know, we don't do that. We ride up First Avenue, you know what I mean? Or we ride down Market Street in San Francisco, whatever it is, you know what I mean? So just being in hayfields, it's not an everyday thing. I mean, in France. I'm just riding. I'm not racing. I'm just gonna ride it.
Stopping in these little towns is definitely pretty rad. I mean, no one in any of these stores can have a conversation with me. It's kind of weird.
Moi, je suis du pays.
Of course.
60 miles down. Trying to do 2 days in 1 day.
Not sure what the hardest part of the Dieppe to Paris part was. There was definitely moments where a lot of people were cramping up. I definitely could feel the cramps coming into my legs.
Hit a lot of hills, a lot of long rolling hills. Nothing too steep, but some real long, gradual ones. I got dropped from the pack, and then I was just kind of out there in the middle of the woods.
When you go uphill, you know, the people's gonna spread out, so go a little bit slow, don't go too fast, but Ted and Andy go too fast.
I couldn't keep up with these guys because everyone's like, they were pushing each other so hard. I was like, I need my own pace on that. And I was like, I'm pretty much fine with that. I can really ride on my own. I was going 60 miles on my own, I guess.
Keeping everyone together is really difficult. I mean, we were flying along, most people in a line, but as soon as you get dropped, you can't catch up. The wind's in your face, and you know the worst thing about that is everyone else has been resting, waiting for you, and then you get there and they're like, right, let's go.
I was really feeling sick. I threw up like all the way. Like, I basically did it on an empty stomach, like somehow.
It's a lot different riding in these country roads because you're just going and going and going and going. There's no stopping. Just keep it moving, keep it moving.
Everybody keep pushing it, so I go push harder and harder.
We're pushing each other right now. It's like the last stretch. Everyone has to do the same thing. And we have one goal, and that's just to get there. You know, it's mind over matter, actually. The mental will pull us through all the way to the Eiffel Tower.
And every time I come around the corner, I was like, dude, that must be the last climb ever. that must be the last climb ever. The last move was probably like, it was a climb, but it was gradually a descent into hell, to be honest. Because it was like, it would never end. It was seemingly never ending.
We could start to see the city like sort of in the horizon. And the road dipped under.
Right before the Paris, there was a tunnel. It was so fast, and everybody going like this, very fast, and get tired. We already ride more than 100 miles at that time.
Come out the other side, and then we see Paris. Cobblestone streets, like the same streets that they're racing on the tour the next afternoon. We keep going, we get to the Eiffel Tower.
And then one moment we came around the corner and saw the Eiffel Tower, I started crying. That was the best thing ever. Was like that. Yeah.
Highlight for me on the trip though, I would say, is actually getting to the Eiffel Tower and being comfortable enough with, you know, the people that we just rode with to, like, we fell asleep under the Eiffel Tower for a second while we were waiting for some, you know, other friends to come. So I won't forget that.
That's when Jupiter says, like, that's our trophy. And it just starts blinking, it starts flashing, and that put a smile on everybody's face.
It was just such a accomplishment and feat, and like we all did it, and it's like you can look at everyone in the face and say, you know, we did it, you know, and like that brotherhood thing, you know, and it was like we conquered the world.
Dude, he had him by like a... That was insane.
Ferrari is so bombed. They were trying to pull for so long. That's a team? Yeah, they were in front. They were trying to pull their dude Ferrari for days. And then all of a sudden fucking, what do you call it, Colombia just went out. Dude, their lead out man, I forget the dude's name, that leads out Cavendish. Like, he's just as fast as, like, whatever.
He's just as fast.
Ew. And he just pulls them, and the dude just gets out and, like, fucking, dude hammers. You fucking do that.
I was so excited, you know, this is the first time for the trip to Europe, and first time to see the Tour de France, and they're so fast, and the streets are loud. They're awesome.
My name is Thomas Bichard, and I'm artist painter. I have the same birthday of Lens, the 90 September 61 in France, and I met Lens 4 times, and I present my art, and the first time it was very interesting, and it's very strange, you know, it's a Lens in a Tour de France, and he said, Thomas, I want to see your press book for painting, and this is his portrait. And all the people see my portrait, say, oh, it's ugly. No, you don't show to Lens. It's a big careful.
Tomas, very nice to meet you.
Okay,
Kyle,
thanks.
congratulations. Can you tell I'm not from here? What gives it away?
It feels great to be at the Tour de France because we just did a hell of a tour ourselves, and you know, now we have a better understanding of exactly how they might feel, except they did it for multiple days in a row. So I'm just used to be here, and man, making new friends in Paris, and we're just enjoying life through cycling, so that's about it.
The end to a wonderful trip.
Everyone loves that. Not finished yet.
we got invited to a Livestrong event at an art gallery, and there was all these amazing bikes, all these amazing artists did all these different bikes, and Tom Sachs made a tequila bike. You could like line up your own shots, and the bike was actually, it was powered by some sort of pump and it poured tequila, and Tom saw us taking a shot, and he came over and wanted to explain how it worked to us, and that's when Lance walked in.
Look at this way. The bar mitzvah boy has to choose. Tits, DJ, pussy, or ass. You get the first choice. It's gonna be wrong. Sorry, you representing the DM crew. You choose. I go ass. Yep. It's wrong. So many hills. And then too, the rest of us, we drank beers the whole way. I drank beers all the way. No, the space. And he's like fucking beers. Even hills and you like all night. So that thing, we're going slow. I have to get something interesting. He needs to hang out with Kevin. I'm gonna send your number to Kevin. You guys can run this.
It's all to do with the comparison. Strength weight ratio. Strength to weight ratio. Stronger you are, lighter you are. Whoop. It's all to do with the strength to weight ratio. Nothing else. That's it. Strength to weight.